All right, let's jump right into the incredibly cozy, quiet town of Starlight Valley. Here, we meet a really kind-hearted little girl named Chloe. Now, Chloe has this deep, genuine obsession with an old, magical Moonlight Carousel that sits right in the center of the town square. It's a gorgeous sight. Every single evening, right as the sun dips below the horizon, the carousel's beautiful horses start to sparkle under the moonlight. It's a super peaceful scene, right? But as we're going to see in this explainer, that quiet little carousel is actually the launch pad for an absolutely incredible adventure.
And that brings us to a really fascinating mystery. Seriously, think about this for a second. Where do magical dreams actually come from? And what happens if they just start to fade away? We aren't just looking at a simple joyride here. We are dealing with the very fabric of imagination and happiness. If dreams fade, what happens to the wonder in our world? Well, let's find out exactly how Chloe's story answers that profound question.
Picture this. The adventure kicks off in the absolute dead of night. The rest of Starlight Valley is fast asleep, but Chloe's peaceful room is suddenly interrupted. Drifting right through her window is this soft, hypnotic melody. Ding, ding, ding. Naturally curious, and honestly pretty brave, she follows this magical music outside, straight into the town square. And what she finds is just breathtaking. That old carousel isn't just sitting there in the dark anymore. It is completely illuminated, glowing with this brilliant, pulsing silver light.
Then, the ordinary completely vanishes. Right before Chloe's eyes, one of those glowing carousel horses shakes off its stillness and literally comes to life. No way, right? He looks right at her with this friendly, urgent smile and says, "My name is Stardust, and we need your help." Chloe isn't just some passive observer here. She is being directly called to action by a magical creature. The dream world is reaching out to her specifically.
And before Chloe even has a split second to process this, or even answer Stardust, the magic just takes over. Whoosh! The carousel starts spinning, it goes faster and faster and faster. The sheer energy of this moment is off the charts. The magic lifts the entire ride right off the ground, launching them up into the night sky, soaring way up high above the clouds. They are leaving the waking world entirely and flying straight into the heart of Dreamland Kingdom.
But when they arrive, things aren't quite right. A pretty terrible truth is revealed. You see, Dreamland was once this breathtaking place. We're talking floating castles made of solid moonbeams, rivers flowing with sparkling stardust, and giant glowing flowers everywhere. But without the Dream Star, the current reality is just dim and quiet. The Dream Queen appears and explains exactly what's at stake. The Dream Star, the literal thing that fills children's dreams with happiness and wonder, has disappeared. Without it, magical dreams are just slowly fading into nothing.
So Chloe, being Chloe, knows she absolutely has to help. But she doesn't have to do it alone. She forms an amazing party of new companions. We've got Luna the Moon Unicorn, Twinkle the Teddy Bear, and Nova the Wise Owl. I absolutely love this detail because it highlights the collaborative nature of this quest. Together, this newly formed dream team bands together, completely determined to follow this faint trail of shimmering dream dust scattered across the fading kingdom to find out exactly what happened.
Now, let me tell you, this was no quick walk in the park. This was an epic journey across Dreamland. Hour by hour, they push forward. First up, they have to navigate these dizzying rainbow sleep bridges. Next, they find themselves sailing across ethereal waters in moonbeam boats. After that, they're bravely exploring the shadowy Valley of Sleeping Stars. All of this continuous effort and teamwork finally brings them to their ultimate destination, the massive, towering Crystal Dream Tower.
But here is where the story flips our expectations completely upside down. Inside that crystal tower, they finally find the missing Dream Star, and its thief. But it isn't some big, scary monster. Not at all. It's a shy little cloud dragon named Nimbus. He looks at them and confesses, "I borrowed the Dream Star because I wanted someone to notice me." Wow, it turns out there is no grand evil villain in this story. There's only a lonely, isolated little dragon who just wanted a friend.
And instead of getting angry, Chloe responds with so much warmth. She delivers this beautifully validating truth. You don't need magic to be important. And her friends, they step right up to back her. Luna nods and says, "We noticed you." Twinkle even steps forward and gives the little dragon this massive hug, adding, "And we'd love to be your friend." Nimbus's eyes just sparkle with happiness. They responded to his loneliness with pure, unadulterated empathy.
With Nimbus no longer feeling isolated, they all work together to return the Dream Star to the Dream Queen. And the very second that star touches its pedestal, boom! A massive, wonderful shockwave of pure magic and joy sweeps across the entire realm. The power of the star is fully restored, and it is a sight to see.
The result of all this? The Moonlight Carousel Festival kicks off in full swing. Golden light instantly fills the once dim sky. Thousands of stars begin to twinkle brighter than they ever have before. Those moonbeam castles are sparkling again. And the giant dream flowers we talked about earlier? They burst into full bloom. The whole shebang. The magic has officially returned, and the entire kingdom throws a massive party to celebrate the heroes who saved their world.
But, all dreams must come to an end, right? The next morning, the grand festival is gone, and Chloe wakes up quietly in her own bed back in Starlight Valley. For a fleeting second, she kind of wonders if the whole epic journey was just an ordinary dream. But then, she looks over. Sitting right there on her bedside table is a tiny silver carousel horse, a physical token. Chloe smiles, knowing for sure that the breathtaking adventure was real all along.
So, what's the real takeaway here for us? Why does this story matter? Well, it's all about the magic of kindness. The core truth is that everyone, literally everyone, deserves to feel noticed and valued. The grand problem of the fading dreamland wasn't solved by swords or crazy spells. Actually, it was solved by empathy. A simple act of inclusion was all it took to turn a dragon's loneliness into a profound friendship, literally saving the dreams of the entire world.
So I really want you to think about it. How can your kindness turn someone's loneliness into a dream come true today? Look, you might not have a magical flying carousel, but you definitely have the power to make someone feel noticed. Think about who in your life might just be waiting for someone to see them. Thank you so much for exploring this wonderful explainer with me, and I challenge you to take this lesson straight out into the real world.
For more interesting videos, subscribe our YouTube channel